My relationship with my grandma is special. She's literally been in my life since I was born. And until now, she's always been there for me. And now that she's older, it's my turn to be there for her. My grandma has always been the one to take care of people. She took care of her 3 daughters by herself when my grandfather separated. She took care of her mother when she was passing away. And, when she came to the United States, she still took care of us, and she took care of all of her grandchildren. And she's always been the one, the go-to person to take care of you. So now that she's older, we're taking care of her, and it feels weird for her. It definitely feels weird for her. But I think she's getting used to it. She's stubborn. She gives us a lot of demands, but I think she kind of likes it. Because, when she was younger, she couldn't tell people what to do because she had to take care of them. But now she loves telling people what to do and how to do it and what to give her because it's her time, it's her turn. My grandma requires total care, so that means she can't walk by herself, so she needs help to go to the bathroom. And she doesn't have much mobility in her hands, so anything that's related to care, she needs help with. So when I'm there on the weekends, I pick her up from bed, put her in her wheelchair, take her to the bathroom, clean her up after the bathroom, take her to the kitchen. Groom her, make sure that she looks nice all the time, make sure she doesn't smell bad. There's always that aspect of making sure that she's clean because the elderly tend to have high risk for bed sores and stuff. My grandma doesn't have any of those because we take very good care of her. The hardship started about 7 years ago now. The first time she went to the hospital, that was pretty bad. It was very scary for all of us because we never thought that she would go to the hospital, but now it's almost like a regular occurrence every couple of months or every year. But that's something that happens when you start getting older. But every single time it's still scary because you never know what's going to happen. But the first time was the worst time. The first time she had a pulmonary thrombosis, so that means she had a blood clot in her lungs. So we didn't even know that could happen to her because she's never smoked, she's never drank. She never partied. She's a saint. But for something like that to happen, we were kind of thrown off. And then later on in life, that just became something that came back to clots. And then later it became a stroke and stuff like that. But that first initial time left her a bit disabled. And so that's when she started to have those issues where she couldn't walk by herself. And then it just became a slow progression to what it is now, where she can't walk at all without help. The eyesight, she lost her eyes, her ability to see about 10 years ago, but that was due to a cataract surgery that went wrong. She has glaucoma, and the doctors just didn't calculate the surgery correctly. And instead of helping her sight, they just ruined her sight. So she went blind that day, at least in one eye, and then the glaucoma took over the sight for the other one. And so now she just doesn't see at all. My grandma lives with my aunt. That's her middle child. So that helps her out because that gives her a place to live. And she helps her out with, food and stuff that she feeds her, and, buys her a lot of the things that she needs, takes care of most of her doctor's appointments. And then my eldest aunt also comes in during the week to help out, to take her to the bathroom whenever her caretaker isn't there. And then, of course, there's my mom who comes with me on the weekends to help her out. She helps out in the bathroom and feeding and all that stuff, the grooming. She does basically everything I do. I just do most of the heavy lifting. My grandma's not a small woman. We all kind of help collectively. Even, my sister helps out with talking to her and giving her company. And my dad comes and helps, uncles, everyone, even my goddaughter, who's 2 years old, helps, and just by laying down in bed with her and singing to her every morning. I think that all kind of helps her out. So it's like a team effort. My grandma's helped me out with my personal life tremendously. My career changed when my grandmother went to the hospital. I went with every intention of being a cardiovascular surgeon, and now I want to own my own rehabilitation center for the elderly, or retirement home, or anything related to the elderly, even if it means working for the government and, you know, working on healthcare reforms, so that way they have, you know, everything that they need as they get older. Of course, it's worth helping her at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I can go to sleep knowing that I did something for her. The biggest fear with grandma is not so much, you know, the passing away part, because that's something that'll happen to everybody, but not being there when something bad happens. When the day comes that she passes away, I can actually, you know, sleep knowing that I did everything I could. So yes, it's worth doing everything you can for her. That's what I've learned, that you can love somebody without ever feeling bad. You just do it because you want to. And then just having that patience and that ability to do things just because that's something special that I learned from her. En honor a mi abuelita que no habla inglés, te amo mucho.